Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm just saying. So today was my granddaughter's 11th birthday. I can't believe it's been 11 years. Holy smokes. I remember when that baby came home and we picked her up from Silver Springs, Maryland. Oh my God, you just don't know how much you can love a grandchild until you become a grandparent. Anyway, it brings tears to my eyes that the situation is the way it is because I'm in love with my grandchildren, my granddaughter Ella and my grandson King. And I had them all last year, and now their mom. Ugh. Anyway, it's a horrible situation, but hopefully one day the spirit of love, the spirit of God will enter into her again and make things better. Anyway, so speaking of children, hold on just a second. This is the Stylistics saying, "You're a big girl now." She's not a big girl yet. I'm not trying to rush it. I don't think any parent should rush their children to become older. You know, they got enough troubles. Anyway, so today I was watching Wendy Williams, and I think I told you guys a couple of days ago that I do like Wendy, most of the time. I just think that today it was so bad I couldn't even watch it anymore. Oh, God. She was talking about Michelle and Barack's daughters, Malia, I think the oldest one, who's now away at college, and she was saying that she should be out, hanging out. I don't know what the whole story was because I was listening to a part of it, but the part that really turned me off was the fact that Wendy Williams was giving advice, not directly, but saying things like, Malia should block Michelle from her phone. Block her? Do you know how devastating that would be to a parent? I mean, if they have a close, tight relationship, sorry, Wendy, if you don't have that kind of relationship with little Kev. But the truth of the matter is when people are close, yes, it's a dangerous world out here that we're living in. Even from when you were in college, from when I was in college. Listen, things happened when I was in college. I had one friend, went away to college. He didn't come back because I don't know what happened, but he fell asleep on his bed. Roommates were running in and out. They thought he was sleeping, but he had choked to death. I don't know if he had anything to drink. I don't know what the story was. Also had another friend who was a fabulous basketball player. Went away to school on a scholarship, came back, smoked some bad weed, and he ain't been the same since. Like Richard Pryor used to say, I remember the Joker, he used to book the numbers, didn't need pencil nor paper. Now he don't even know who he is. Okay, so lots of things happen. You want to be in contact with your children, and I think that, Wendy, you were wrong in this. I really do. I think you were wrong to even put that out there in the atmosphere, to tell that child to block her mom. Thank God, and hopefully she's got enough sense, and her relationship with her mother is different than her relationship with your son, because your son is going to get older too, and he's going to go away to college. And I know there have been times when you've been crying about your relationship on the show and everything, but listen, I appreciate you sharing all that stuff, but every situation is different. She don't need to be out there drinking and drugging. Listen, I know you had a drug problem with cocaine, but we're not trying to get that with, as many of our children as possible. You should be telling them the opposite, to stay in touch. You talked about how you don't let your mom and your dad into your affairs. Okay, I get it. But, everybody don't have the same kind of relationship with their parents that you have. Maybe you're not as close. But, yeah, they might have been in the White House for 8 years. I wouldn't consider it being locked up, but at least they had some kind of tight rein on them. They're supposed to. I mean, for crying out loud, they're black females in America who's the first black family in the White House, so they're going to be a target. So people are going to be trying to get them and get her to do things, Look, I'm just saying, Wendy, there are some times when you give some very, very bad, advice to people. And I don't think you have a right to do that, and at least with certain things, because, nobody is a perfect parent, but, I mean, every child don't have to, be a cocaine addict, and, every child doesn't have to, be afraid of their parents and not come home and sleep in the car. Everybody shouldn't have to do that. Everybody doesn't need to go wilding out, because it's a very dangerous world out there. It was dangerous when you were out there. It was dangerous when I was out there. It's even more dangerous now, and especially with those children. So I'm just saying, just that was a place that I think personally, I think you crossed the line with that one. And then the other thing, there's been a lot of groping and men, touching women and coming back 20,000 years later to apologize for it. I get it, but sometimes you talk about age. Wendy talks about age sometimes, and I think that's very divisive, because you're 53. 10 years go by like that, you're going to be ready for Social Security in like 9 years. So regardless of what you say about old people, and you have the money to be able to, get like extra bosoms and, things like that. I mean, people saying we don't know if you're a man or if you're a woman. Listen, I don't care about any of that, but I don't think you should be giving parental advice to people, because you and your husband are a little bit different than Barack Obama and Michelle Obama and their 2 daughters. Just a little bit. I'm just saying, But anyway, I just think that that's not something that you need to do. So anyway, so the next thing I want to talk about, besides all this groping that's going on, that's my girlfriend Dolly. She's been calling me for quite some time. So hold on just a second. Okay, so now that that's over. All right, so sometimes you have friends that call. They've been friends for a long time. They're going through some stuff. It's the holiday season. Everybody, not everybody, but many people go through a very rough time during the holiday seasons, and it's just not always so easy for them to cope. And sometimes you need somebody to, bounce things off of. So she just bounced some things off of me. So I'm, you couldn't even tell because of the way technology is now. You didn't even know I was gone. But anyway, so I think I finished with the whole Wendy Williams thing. I just think she shouldn't be giving parental advice. Listen, her life hasn't been that terrific. I think if she was a little closer to her parents, she probably wouldn't have gotten all veered off into cocaine and drugs and everything else. But you know what? Everybody don't need to experience that. That's all I'm saying. Everybody don't need to wild out at college. I said that before. So anyway, moving on. So, again, it's the holiday season. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And speaking of holiday season, sometimes it's supposed to be a happy time. I went to Costco's today. Holy mackerel. That's the worst mistake I could have made. I went up there to get one thing. I ended up spending more money than I really needed or had. But in the meantime, I wanted to talk about a couple of things. Some of my favorite things that I like to have. I'm around a lot driving. I'm in my car. I'm moving here, there, everywhere. So one of the things I like to take with me, and I think that you guys will like this. This is called Misc. All right, and what it is, it's an antioxidant mix of you see, I opened it. I opened it while I was in the store today because I was so hungry because the lines were so long. But anyway, they're individually wrapped, which makes them really good. Sorry, I'm taking so long here. But they're actually packets, and they really close up. In fact, I never should have taken that off. So anyway, these are like individual packets of like trail mix and stuff. And you can put them in your car. I put them in my purse, when I'm, traveling and going out and stuff. It's just something to just take. Also, I'm not really a drinker, but I do have to say that whatever you're cooking, if you have something red, if you have a roast, if you have a ham, if you, what the heck, even if you're having a turkey, this is a good wine for under $15. It's called 39. It's a red wine, and it's a Cabernet. And I'm not a wine drinker, so all I know is that when I was running for office, somebody told me to get this, and I did, And people were raving about this stuff. I mean, it really is a good wine. And I have a friend who really is a wine connoisseur, and she loves this. So $39 is a good wine. I think it's for under $10. This one here is a little bit more, but not much. Well, this 90 plus means that it got a rating of a 90 plus, so from wine drinkers. So this is also another good wine that you might want to sit at your table for those of you who drink wine. I don't drink wine. I guess I should try, but alcohol and I just don't get along. You know, it's not because you know, I have a condition or anything. I just don't like it, and it doesn't like me. I mean, I try mixed drinks and things like that. So, but what I do enjoy is this. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I got love in my tummy. Okay, so I do love this. It's Anton Berg. It's the dark chocolate. It has about 64 pieces in it, and it opens up like a little bit of a bar. Ta-da! Ta-ta-tum-tum-tum-tum-tum. And it has several layers, 4 layers, and it inside of each of these little bottles is alcohol. So, and these are very good because it has chocolate in it, and it also has a liqueur in it. But it's different ones. Let me see. I guess they have whiskey, they have vodka, rum, let me see, whatever. It's got a whole bunch of stuff in it. Anyway, so it just has like just a little bit of alcohol in it. It's pretty powerful, but it is good, and I can handle this a little bit more than I can handle the real alcohol. So those are some of my good finds that I really like, and I think that's probably about it for me today. Again, everybody, just enjoy your holiday. Don't eat too much turkey. I went to an event tonight that was really interesting. It was free, and my little friend, she's so cute, invited all of us, and it was kind of fun. It was at the DoubleTree, a very nice event, and you know, so I don't know if I'm going to eat a lot because I'm still not feeling that well. Yes, the Airborne and the Zicam did help me. I'm normally worse than this, but I feel like I'm getting better. But nighttime is usually bad, so I do need to get some more tissues. But anyway, I'm probably not going to be doing anything over the vacation, over the holiday. I do have to go in for an MRI on my brain tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. I guess they just want to make sure that there's one still in there. Listen, I didn't do any drugs or anything like Wendy, and I'm not going to tell anybody what to do with their kids either. But because kids can be a trip, and we'll talk about that another time. But anyway, you guys, please enjoy your weekend, and I'm thankful for all of you, and I'm thankful for being here, and I have so many things to be thankful for. So I love you all. I'm just saying, have a wonderful weekend and a great Thanksgiving with your family, okay? All right, don't buy into all that marketing stuff. I mean, you know, for crying out loud, you know, yeah, Black Friday. Anyway, every Friday is black, isn't it? But anyway, for me. Anyway, listen, you guys have a good one, and we'll talk later, and like the show, and subscribe if you haven't already, all right? Smooches, bye now. And happy birthday, Ella. I love you. Bye, my darling. Ta-ta.